Yeah, that's ill, man. I like the way you chopped up that sample, man. So
Thanks, man.
I know, that's definitely a sample that you took from a Vietnamese song, though, right?
Well, it's a Chinese relaxation song. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
I won't tell you where to find it though. You know what I mean? That's rare sample.
It's
right
a
there.
secret. Yeah, you can keep it in the vault. Yeah, but that's what's up, though. So you're saying that's from a Chinese meditation? You said?
Yes, sir.
A Chinese meditation CD.
Yep.
Yeah, and then so you just added the drums and the bass line, things like that. That's what's up, man. So back to your story, man. Back to 1998, and you're still in Vietnam, and you're playing drums. So how'd you get into hip hop, man? You know what I'm saying? You're making these ill hip hop beats. How'd you go from being in a Vietnamese funeral band playing drums to in 1998, where basically a lot of people say that the real hip hop pretty much was dead at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like everything was starting to change to the bling bling era. So how in 1998? How did you find your way until what? You said 2003?
Yep.
So 5 more years. So explain to us how you got into hip hop, man.
Well, and then when I get into 5th grade in Vietnam, I started entering the boy band, and I was playing the kick bass drum. And they have 4.
You never told me you're part of a boy band, man. Like, you're talking about like NSYNC.
Nah, it's like the band for school. You know what I'm saying? It was me playing the kick bass drum and 4 girls playing the snare. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay. I thought you meant
that kind of
like
band. You know what I mean?
A boy band, like a all boy band.
Nah,
none
of that.
Backstreet Boys or something like
that. But that was me playing it, and we were practicing. Normally you do like an anthem for school and stuff like that. And one day we just practicing and we had break. You know what I mean? I told 2 girls to play in the snare as the hi-hat, and 2 girls hitting the snare as the snare, and I use my kick drum to actually make the kick bass. You know what I mean? So we actually have a drum rhythm going. You know what I'm saying? Low. Boom,
so you had
back,
like
boom, boom, boom,
3
back.
people playing drums?
Yep.
What was going on, man?
It's supposed to be a
So
different
everybody,
kind of music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I tell all them girls to like, yo, let's put together a drum set. You know what I'm saying? All of us, and me playing the kick bass, and 2 of them hit the rims of the snare drum to create like a hi-hat rhythm, and then 2 of them hitting the snare itself actually, so you got like a kick beat. You know what I mean?
So what other instruments you have going?
That was it.
Oh, it's just the drums.
Yeah, and
all drums.
And when I do that, I was like, yo, let me get into music. You know what I mean? I like doing this stuff. You know what I mean? I wish I have a real drum kit like this kind of stuff and banging it. But back then in Vietnam, we don't have such a thing like that, man. So
this the drums that you're talking about. You said it was at school. It was part of the school band.
That was provided by school.
Okay. All right.
And then after that, man, there's a thing going on in Vietnam. It's actually techno and dance music, but everybody calling it rap. You know what I'm saying? Making rap dance. But actually, when I came to America, I found out that wasn't rapping music. You know what I'm saying? That was techno and dance. You know what I'm saying? And train. That wasn't rap music. You know what I mean? And then
so they were just calling it rap dance.
Yeah,
that was just what.
Yeah, where was that in that area? They called dance techno music was rap music. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was
misinformation
pretty much. And when I got here in 03 and in 04, my uncle took me out to Eden Center in Fort Church, and then they had line dance over here too. And I started knocking on them drum again. At first, they wouldn't let me play. I was like, who's this kid? Like, do he even know how to play? You know what I mean? And I just hop on and knock. And then, everybody was surprising. And then I was like, hey, every year's come out, help us out. You know what I mean? So I be there every year.
That was over here in 7 Corners, right?
Yep.
That's right down the street from where we are right now. Yeah, the 7 Corners Eden Center.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then after that, I realized, America is a different place than Nam. You know what I mean? For those lion dance drumming, if you want to play those big drum, you gotta be part of the band or playing the skill. You able to play it. But over here, if you able to play and you have talent, the people will actually give you an opportunity to play. You know what I mean? So I actually got on there to give me the drumstick, and I started banging it, and they loving it. And then I was thinking the same way. Hey, maybe I make some music. You know what I'm saying? So then before I get into music's programming, me and my friend
And hold on, man. So now this is now 2003. You're talking about,
yeah,
right?
now 2003.
2003. All right.
Yep. And
And this is when you came to America.
it's when I came to America.
The year 2003. And why'd you come to America? What was the reason? And up until this point, so up until 2003, you didn't even know what hip hop was, really, because you thought what you not okay. You didn't even know what hip hop was, but what you thought what rap music was actually ended up being techno music.
Yep.
All right. So in 2003, you think rap music is techno music. You come to America and you find out that rap music is really not what you thought it was, and it was actually techno music. And so how did you? And so at this point, 2003. Now, how did you fall into finding hip hop?
Well, it's pretty weird, you know what I mean? Cause the end of the month of January in 2003, that's when I landed in America, and on the way right back from the airport, and it was just playing on the radio, you know what I mean? And I was like, what is this? And then I believe my uncle told me it's some rap music, you know what I'm saying? I was like, what? This is what I wasn't thought it would be. 3 days ago, when I was in Nam on the way to the airport to fly over here, I was listening to techno, what's called rap. You know, when I came over here, now it's actually rap, and they call it rap. I was like, I thought rap is a
So
different.
it was your uncle. It was actually your uncle that told
Yeah.
you that this is actually rap music.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
okay.
in 3 days, man, I just have a different perspective about music. You know what I mean? Within 3 days, from Nam to here, and then the whole situation just flipped. And I was like, yeah, I actually like this rhythm. You know what I mean? And I started listening to it, but that was mainstream back then. You know what I'm saying? What I was listening to in the car that night, that day, that driving back, is actually was, you know, mainstream musics. And then when my friend Raymond Easter, that's his full name. He introduced me to real hip hop, man. He let me.
And this is somebody. So in 2003, when you came to America, you were what, in high school?
I was in middle school.
Middle school. Okay.
Yeah. I was in middle school, 7th grade, and I was in ESOL, barely know any English, you know what I mean? First day of school, you're suspended for 10 days.
First day of school,
Yeah,
suspended
man.
for 10 days. How does that happen, man?
Because I thought I say something that meaning that I apologize to the guys, but I actually cussing at him.
Oh, yeah.
What I didn't know, you know what I mean? So he throw punches, and I throw punches back. I give him 2 black eye, and the principal decided that was my fault. I hit him badly, so I got suspended, you know? But that was funny, man. But then drinking that break, drinking attendance suspended. I listened to a lot of music, you know what I mean, a lot of rap musics, and it was Nelly, you know what I mean. Give me a pair of Air Force One, you know what I mean, stuff like that, and I started liking those musics, and I was very blessed to come to America and have 2 friends with, you know, not even my own race, you know what I mean. It's Roger Louis Stiegel and Raymond Easter, you know what I mean. They're not even Vietnamese, you know what I mean. But the different,
These are kids that you met at school.
yeah, the different, I became friend with them because they don't make fun of my accent, you know what I'm saying. They don't trying to correct me in the hard way, you know, like, yo, you can't say it like this, it's wrong. Some other people making fun of me, and you know what I mean. I kind of isolated for a while, you know what I mean. And then I got to know them, and then they hip hop level, man. Raymond would listen to some Wu-Tang back then, you know what I mean? I was like,
Wu-Tang in
yeah.
2003, 2004, yeah.
Yep. And back then when Springfield Mall was still popping, you know what I mean? So we went up there. We bought a program called Hip Hop 4, and me and him.
That's what software to make
That's
music.
the first software that I ever used to make beat. You know what I mean? It was Hip Hop 4, and then we started making music with that, and then I got to know my friend. Another friend named Andy Gomez and Tony Chow, and they put me on hip hop, like full throttle hip hop, man. Like that's when I found out everything about hip hop. That's where I really love hip hop, not mainstream musics. You know what I mean? Like,
and this is in 2004, basically.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
so that's when you really got introduced to real hip hop.
Yep.
Like underground hip hop.
Underground
Not just underground
hip-hop.
hip hop, but just like conscious hip hop.
Yeah.
So just organic hip hop.
Yep.
Right, not the commercial, like you said. Like the first hip hop or the first rap music you heard was Nelly in America.
Yep. And
so what was the change though? So now you went from Nelly to what? To Wu-Tang?
Andy Gomez actually playing the song is called "They Reminisce Over You."
Oh, Troy.
Also Troy, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, what is this? I said, yo, this is real hip hop, man. It's
Yeah.
P-Rock P-Rock CL, you know what I'm saying? I say, yo.
And even that is old at that time.
Yeah. But it sound brand new to me.
But that's what I'm saying, yeah, because those are classic songs, man.
And everything coordinated so nice and perfect timing on those things, you know, on the beat and the way CL flow on it too. I was like, yo, this is hip hop, man.
Yeah.
How come the stop I hear the other day they call hip hop also? It's like, man, there's like, it's always two sides of everything. Like a knife, they have a dull side and a sharp side. For hip hop, you know, you have like underground hip hop and you have mainstream music. You know what I'm saying? It's totally separate. From mainstream music, the only thing I understand from is like, yo, I got this, I got that. You know what I'm saying? I'm better than you because this, that. But hip hop music's is actually telling the story and it rhyming at the end of every single sentences, and it actually makes sense, you know what I'm saying? And they talk about what's going on in an everyday lifetime.
It's more poetic, man. It's real, it's based on.
It's pretty much it's like a poetry on music.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, can I borrow this CD or whatever? And he was like, yeah, here you go. And then he introduced me to a bunch of other producer, Primo, you know what I mean? Nine Wonder,
see, it's funny, like the people that you're talking about, and this is in 2004, 2005.
Yep.
Right? So 2004, 2005. Back in, I mean, you know, when I was a kid, I'd have to say, I guess when Troy came out, I guess that was like 90 or 91 or something like that. You know, I heard it through my uncle. My uncle was a DJ when I was young, and he was young too. He was still in high school, and his boy was a DJ. And so my uncle got into it, and I used to watch them, and you know, that's how I got into it too, man. So the same stuff that you're talking about is the same stuff that I grew up on, except my experience was 15